Have them on the move on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And they can't bring him down. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14, Packers 7. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Jay Sternberger, the rookie. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a first down carry by Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers, and he fires one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that. Protein spill. Wipe up. 49, check 49.
Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them. Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Hey, 88.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, you are the master of abstract facts. So who would you say is the best player ever drafted from Ashland University in Ohio?
How about the only one ever drafted from there? Adam Shaheen, the tight end. Went to the Chicago Bears. Began his college career, though, as a basketball player, Division II in the state of Pennsylvania.
Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half.
Alert.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Draw play here, Trubisky gives to Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
18.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
319.
Rodgers now on 1st down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Now Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Trubisky will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
They're running it. Mike, 58, right there. All right. Let's see what you got.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, Pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Hey, 626.
On first down, it's Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Hey, come on in here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, 26. Inside.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers now 11 of 16 through the air. It's first and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 16. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 22-yard line.
Focus up. 180. Better bring it. You better bring it.
Back to the air. Trubisky after the pick six. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Now Trubisky on first down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears cut into that lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
58, right there. I got one. Check 37, check 37. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Blue draw quarters.
After the penalty, it's Jones. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers from the gun. He'll throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. Now Trubisky to throw. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Target. Under 10. 10. Joker. Hey, alert.
Now Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Pass. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Crosby for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Next to score, Packers 49, Bears 24. Crosby set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
The score, Packers 56, Bears 24.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 27.
What's tight? Tight is right. Hey.
Here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Don't get nervous.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now a play fake here on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 52 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Over. Out. Topper.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. This is Jones. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Flip again. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Double dog. That's the way. Flip again.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Let him know.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That was 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got it.
Again, it's Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You can just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Packers, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.